What's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out the live stream. We just got done watching Endgame last night. I went with Brass Tacks. That's a lie because he's in London. I'm in America, land of the free, home of the brave. We saw Endgame last night. What'd you think? Give me your thoughts on it. We're gonna spoil the shit out of this. So let's just ruin it.
Okay.
Hold on. We're gonna spoil Endgame right now. We're gonna talk about some spoilers. If you guys haven't seen it, then maybe log off or mute your speakers. All right. All right. Go ahead. What'd you think?
But there's some people who don't mind looking at the spoilers before they watch the movie. So, for that being said, for those people, some people always ask, like, should they have seen the previous movies? I'd say for sure.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
There's a lot of references. Yeah, you gotta watch.
Yeah, there's a bunch
especially the last few. You're gonna appreciate a lot more if you have watched nearly all of them for sure, because there's too many. There's too many references.
Yeah, too many cameos. A lot of cameos. There was one cameo. Well, let's not skip to the end real quick, but how'd you like it? How'd you like how it started off?
Okay, so it pretty much starts with Hawkeye and his family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of how I thought it would. Starts off, he's teaching his daughter how to shoot with the arrow, and then before you know it, you get the little snap, and they've all disappeared.
Family turns to dust.
Turns to dust. Oh, you know what, Shane? I got family members I wish I could turn to dust. Thank you,
I got people at work I want to turn to dust too.
Yeah, just be like, hey, listen, let me just click my. There you go. Yeah.
So
but yeah. So what are we going to do? We're going to talk about the movie as we're going through and say things we like, or just a general overview with little bits and bits. How do you want to do this?
Nah, we just talk about it as you go along. Hawkeye start.
Okay.
Literally, you could watch it once this comes out on Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray. You could watch this back to back with Infinity War, and it would just link up like seamlessly. Because it goes like everybody turns to dust. How did Infinity War ends? And then right when he's in his retirement home there, Thanos, it would just literally just cut right over to Hawkeye and his family turning to dust. And then you get to 5 years. Yeah, and then it goes 5 years later.
No. Well, before that, you go like 21, 22 days later, and you've got Tony Stark trapped in the ship with Nebula.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Damn, how did I forget about that? Yeah, the scene that's in the trailer where Tony Stark is in the ship.
And I think that's a really good scene. I thought it was done pretty well. I think they've given Nebula a bit more heart, so you can see that she cares a lot more. And Tony looked messed up. He looked messed up. But yeah, he's just sending sending a message home and just saying, pretty much what you saw in this trailer. I thought that was really good.
I like how they just kicked into, like, after that scene, they go back. They find they were back to Earth.
Because Captain Marvel shows herself, right? So she saves Tony, brings her back. Yeah, she brings the ship back with the other with all the other Avengers. Where you got everyone else, and go on, Shane, go on, you do your thing.
No, then what was really good was the legit mate. I thought maybe Robert Downey Jr. was doing some really good method acting and lost a lot of weight when he came back from space. Like, he was really skinny. Like, he had some like muscle atrophy. Like, he was really skinny. Yeah. And he was in the wheelchair. And I thought he was really skinny. Like, I thought it's got to be like digital work.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
definitely digital.
What I'm saying. Because I thought it's funny because you get a lot of conflicting. Apparently, they shot some. Apparently, they're saying they shot a lot of these together at the same time as Infinity War. Some of the scenes, apparently. Yeah. I don't know whether they shot the whole thing, but they did a hell of a lot. So he couldn't have lost all that weight in between. Yeah, it's digital. Look, they're aging people. They're de-aging people. I'm sure. Yeah, they made Captain America look really thin in the first Avenger.
Yeah, the first Avenger. And I like the fact that they had that when Tony makes his way back to the Avengers headquarters, that him and Cap, they kind of get into it a little bit.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that felt like it was overdue. Because it would be, I think it would be unrealistic for him and Cap to just hug or whatever. I just didn't think that would fit because there's too much. There's been too much kind of there's been too many issues between them two. So for him, for Tony Stark to snap like that, and he's and he's ill, he's sick because of all of this, so it makes sense. I think it made perfect sense that
Yes. So,
he
so
was snap in.
yeah. So that tension from Civil War carried over into this one.
Yeah, for sure.
So I like
For sure.
that.
I love that. So far, I mean, I was just, I like the beginning. I like the interplay there. You know, yeah, and I think, I think it's pretty much after that, like I said, like it was like 21, 23 days later or something. They're talking about, Captain Marvel's like, listen, let's just go find Thanos and kill that son of a bitch.
Yo, yeah, and then all of a sudden they go back and hunt for Thanos.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, shit, you know what? They're not going to get. The part of me thought they might get Thanos out of the way early in this movie, and then there might be a new kind of threat.
That's what I thought too.
Right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But hold on. So they go back. They go back to I don't know what land Thanos is in, but they go back to his retirement planet there. And then
Yeah.
well, hold on. They come back. Captain Marvel flies back Tony's ship back to Earth. And then we meet Captain Marvel back at the headquarters, and she's like, "All right, I'm coming. I'll be right back." Then who goes like, "Where are you going?" She's like, "I'm going to kill Thanos."
And I did like that because Captain Marvel was just very straightforward.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to mess around. Let's go kill this prick. Let's go take those stones back, and let's fix all of this.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Oh yeah. Ricky Ray just saying, when Iron Man said to Tony, "I lost the kid." Yeah, that shit was emotional because he's talking. Yeah.
You're talking about Spidey. Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But hold on. But did you think there was real build up though between Spider-Man: Homecoming and Infinity War? That you think there was a real connection between them? Did you get that?
I got that from Homecoming.
But then I was like, would there
because,
be?
Because you could tell kind of Tony was very like, he liked the kid. Yeah?
He definitely liked him, but then I was thinking like, whoa.
Like he saw him like a little, he saw him like, I guess he was kind of like a father figure, because think about it, like in an Infinity War, he kind of gave him the suit, and he tried to do everything he could to make sure that Spider-Man was out of harm's way.
Yeah.
Like as soon as Spider-Man got the new suit, he parachuted him the hell out of there because he didn't want him anywhere near this shit. So I think there's definitely a connection. And then he lost the kid, and it's just like, yeah, I totally understand the connection. I mean, I get it. But yeah, when they're all saying, well, when Captain Marvel's like, I'm gonna go kill him. I'm gonna go kill Thanos and shit. I'm like, this ain't gonna be that easy, right?
But it was pretty easy though. They fly over to his planet. Like, you can't tell me it. I just know.
Dude is chilling out, relaxing. Thanos is like, I done did what I did. I done did exactly what I said I was gonna do. I won, and I'm just gonna chill out, make myself a bowl of soup or something. And out of nowhere, the Avengers come and just beat the shit out of him, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a very quick beating, and they're basically like, look, the first thing Thor does is just chop his arm off. As soon as he comes in.
Just boom. Arm comes off.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
And then
it's like
they interrogate him for a bit, and then all of a sudden just thwack, head comes off. Stormbreaker.
Yeah. Before that, he's like, Thanos was like, he said, I don't have the stones. They realized that Thanos doesn't have any stones anymore, right? Because he's like, listen, I destroyed them. I did a second click, which is how they found out where he was in the first place, because apparently the Infinity Stones give off some kind of energy when they're used. So they had found out that he used it. It's again, and he used them. He used the stones to destroy the stones.
Yep.
So Yeah, so now they're like, all hope is lost. So, yeah, and then out of nowhere, Thor just chops the dude's head off. Crazy.
And
That's what he should have done the first one. If he did that shit the first time, we wouldn't even have been in this mess. Do you see what I mean?
mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I liked it. I liked the
But then, yeah. But at the end, there's a nice callback to where he was like, "You should have went for the head."
mhm.
But
That's exactly what Thor did.
and then he goes for the head, chops his head off, just like real abruptly, like takes you
Mm-hmm.
just out of nowhere, just his head comes off, and then
Yeah, because just like because him and Nebula were having a conversation. He was saying, "Oh, I know I was hard on you and shit, you know, but it was only."
wow,
So yeah,
head comes off,
yeah,
and everybody in the theater like cheered when that shit went down.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah, that's crazy.
for sure,
And then
yeah.
and then when you watch that scene, in my mind, I was like, "Fuck, Thor's a badass. He's gonna get into some shit in this movie."
Oh shit!
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
hmm You know, but yeah, then what happens is, you know, they're all hope is lost, right?
Yeah.
The Infinity Stones are destroyed, so we flash forward. I remember when they said 5 years later, the whole theater got. They were like 5 years. 5 years.
5 years, and
Shit.
then Cap is doing a what is he? He's doing like a little. He's holding a
he's
meeting
talking to-
for like
Yeah.
people that are. It's like an AA meeting for people that died, that turned to
Yeah,
dust.
yeah. Grief meeting.
Yeah, like
you
a
know,
grief
you can
meeting.
tell that he's still not over it. He still wants to do something.
And then we see,
Natasha,
yeah,
Scarlett Johansson, she's become hardened over the years in the sense that you can see she's still fighting the tears and she's still very emotional about what's happened. But she's still trying to show a strong face, and kind of the Avengers are all over the place. You know, whoever is left, and she's trying to hold the fort, I think, for everyone. And
but then
they say,
but she was just kind of like kicking back, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what I mean? Like she looked like she was like a recluse, just eating peanut butter and jelly, just like
mm-hmm.
all shut in.
Yeah, but I tell you, the scene I really loved was when they were talking about Hawkeye, right? And they were like, he's leaving a path of devastation, like he's killing a lot of people, and you could see her tear up because she's asking where he is, but she's trying to fight at the same time. Just on a side point, I think Scarlett Johansson was awesome in this movie in terms of acting, and her Captain America and Iron Man, I think, really was. You know what? I can't even say that because even Nebula was fantastic.
Yeah, they were all really good. This is like This is like Cap's best movie. I think this is Cap's best one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So everyone was doing their bit. So look, all hope is lost, right? 5 years, and her and Cap are talking. Cap's trying to cheer her up, but it's just not happening. And out of nowhere, like you see on the trailer, you got Ant-Man knocking on the door saying, "Shit, what's going on?" Because he's been around. He's always,
he gets out of the quantum realm.
Yeah.
Ant-Man gets out of the quantum realm, and he devises this idea that you can go into the quantum realm, then go into the quantum realm, then come back out at a different time period. Which, they're time traveling, basically. So they come up with this time traveling scheme. They go get Tony because they can't figure out how to do it. So the only person that can figure it out is Tony. Tony says no. They ask the Hulk. They ask Banner. Banner doesn't really know, but he tries to figure it out anyways.
Listen. What do you think of the Hulk?
You know where they're building up. Hulk comes back. Hulk's talking now. This is like Smart Hulk. Anybody that follows Marvel comics.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like this.
You didn't like it? Well, in the comics, I think they're building up to go to like Planet Hulk, where Hulk is like, he talks and he's like the ruler of his own planet. I think that's what they're moving towards.
I hear you, but I think they kind of I didn't like because you know what I liked about David Banner is like there was always like he was cool as he was cool as Banner, right? But you always knew don't piss the guy off, and now he's like both. It's like I think that hurts the Hulk side of him. I think because at no point did I feel like he was a threat.
Yeah, no,
Do you know what I mean?
no,
I never
yeah.
felt like there's only one time where I thought you could snap, and we'll get to that in a minute anyway. But
Hmm.
yeah, but other than that, yeah, I didn't really like what they did there.
Yeah, Hulk he didn't have much. I mean, he had kind of a role in the movie, but
I mean,
he wasn't like a
he was.
beast or nothing like that.
I mean, did he even fight at the end? Like at the end of the, I didn't even see that shit. I'm
Well,
sure I
we'll
didn't
get
see
to
too
that.
much.
Well, you know what happened? The building
Mm,
collapsed. Oh, okay. Anyways,
mm,
but yeah, we cut to Hulk. Hulk and Banner are one and the same. I guess Bruce Banner
mm.
came into the realization that not to hate the Hulk, just to combine with the Hulk and just live with the Hulk. Now
Yeah,
Hulk is now Banner, so it's not Banner's not there anymore. He's just Hulk, and he's smart Hulk. He's basically Banner just with the Hulk's body, and he's taking
mm,
pictures, he's taking selfies with people in diners.
yeah.
So what does he
Ricky
do?
Ray, Ricky Ray is saying, he was the comic relief, which is
Yeah.
fine.
No, no,
But you've
I
got
think
another comic relief character here.
Thor was the
That's
comic
okay.
relief.
God damn,
Thor was the
Thor,
comic
man.
relief.
You know what? I can relate to Thor so much. I've had times like that
Yeah.
where you just sit there and just eat, like get a big stomach and just chill out.
Mhm.
Oh shit! Well, I do it when I'm happy. He was doing it when he was depressed and shit.
I
Yeah, I
know.
couldn't believe it. That was funny. I
It
thought,
was funny, but I mean, it fucking went on. I mean, I get it. He's not going to lose weight. He's fat. All of a sudden, he's not going to lose weight by the end of the movie. But damn, man, you got to keep him fat during the whole movie.
Do you know what? I think they did this. They almost copied Iron Man in Iron Man 3, Tony Stark, right? Remember he had some kind of PTSD kind of situation. Remember, and he was kind of down and stuff. They kind of did the same thing with Thor, in a sense, the way he was like,
The
traumatized and all of that stuff,
I
and
thought
he
Iron Man,
wasn't himself.
I thought Iron Man 3 was so bad. I literally only watched it maybe twice. Once at the theater, and once at
Wow.
home. That's it. I vaguely
See,
remember that movie.
another theory is, I mean, they made Thor so overpowered in Ragnarok, right? That I think they had to give him, they had to weaken him somehow for this movie. I think. If you think, if you think about the end fight, if Thor at full power, Captain Marvel at full power, yeah. If you think about it, Thanos doesn't really stand a chance. You see what I'm saying? It's like,
Hold on. We'll get to that. We'll get to the end. Hold on. All
mm,
right. Anyways, so they come back with the time machine.
mm-hmm,
Well, Tony figures out how to time travel. This is where the movie kind of really slows down
yeah, for sure.
for like the next like hour and a half, 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the first 2 hours is kind of slow. What'd you think?
Yeah. I thought it was. I'm just trying to. I mean, I didn't find it slow. I felt it was slow, but I felt it was all building to something, which is why I didn't mind it so much.
Yeah, I mean
But
they're
in terms of the other movies, yeah, it was a lot more slower pace.
yeah. Compared to like Infinity War, I thought it was slow. Like I can watch Infinity War over and over
Yeah,
and not really
me
be
too.
bored. And then this one, I'm thinking to myself while I was watching it for the first 2 hours, am I gonna watch these parts over again? Like, would I really care about it? Like, I get what they were doing. They're
I,
building up.
I will say, yeah, I will say though, in Infinity War, when he was making the whole Thor when they were going to, get the Stormbreaker. I'm not gonna lie, I did feel that dragged on a bit too much. I didn't really like that scene. I did find that I was there in the theater thinking, shit, this is a little boring. But I didn't
Yeah,
feel that way at all with any of this, even though it was very slow paced
yeah,
for Endgame. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I thought, yeah, the movie did slow down a lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was
because
because
they're all
it
good.
just turned into like they said a time heist. They're just trying to get the stones back. Well, give the plan. So they devise a time travel plan where they're gonna go back in time, which basically they go back in time to the previous movies and go back and grab the stones from those movies, bring them back to the future, so they can put it
Okay,
in a
okay,
new
okay,
glove.
okay. But let's try and understand the way they explained it.
Hmm.
So if you were to go back in time,
Yeah.
you can't go back in time and alter your past, and it affects you now because
Wait. Did they
this
say
is
that?
the
Did they say that?
yeah. Because what they're really saying is, if you went back and you killed yourself, for instance,
Yeah.
you would not cease to exist now because you're going back. You going back in time is still in your future. Do you see what I mean? So
Guess so.
I don't know. I mean, it made sense when they said it. I mean, okay. So we're just so if you went back in time
Oh,
to kill
that's why Ant-Man was like, Back to the Future 2 was bullshit.
yeah, yeah, because they were saying if you went back to kill yourself, it's not going to affect you now. It would just because you making a plan to go back in time is still you going into the future to go into the past.
Oh, Ricky Ray says when Banner was getting the time stone, she explained it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
a different time.
Oh yeah, I love that scene. I love that. I love that scene.
I gotta watch that again. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch the movie again.
Yeah, no. When Banner was talking to, when he was getting the time stone, she. It was good to see her back. You know, hey, the way she, God damn, the way Banner's soul flew out of that shit of the hole, that was great.
Well, he had to come back. Hold on. Where are we at? So they wait. So they go back in time to get all the time stones. They go back in time. This is where everything was kind of slow for me. They go back. They're time
No,
traveling.
but I like the scenes. I mean, you got scenes where so you had
Wait, they go back in time.
you had yeah. So you got Thor going back to.
Oh wait, we didn't even talk about
Dark
Thor
World.
yet. They have to get the Avengers assembled before they go back in time, and then they go back and get Thor, which is he's all depressed. He's just fat now. He looks like the dude. He looks like the dude from.
Big Lebowski, yeah.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
like dude from Big Lebowski. Like literally, he's dressed just like him. Looks just like him.
Yeah.
And then he remains fat and out of shape through the entire movie.
He might remain fat and out of shape for the next movie. Because I think it gives them something new to do,
You think so? I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
I think so. I don't know. No, because he's in Guardians 3.
Yeah, well, he's gotta have to be. He called it as Guardians of the Galaxy at the end of the movie.
Yeah. As Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, a part of me was like, oh, man, are they really going to do this?
Yeah.
And then I kind of like, it grew on me, so to speak. Because I think when, it was seeing him in a different kind of way, but I think by doing that, they really nerfed him.
Yeah, I know. He wasn't as badass anymore. He was kind of like,
Yeah.
especially when they go back in time. So they get the Avengers together after they pick up Thor, and
Yeah.
he's just like a basket case when he goes back to Asgard in Thor 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, they travel
when
back
he
into
sees his
Thor
mom
2, and Natalie Portman makes a little appearance, a little cameo. So they go back there to get. Well, actually, he goes back in time with Rocket.
Mhm.
I think Natalie Portman was wearing a necklace or something like that in Thor 2 with the stone.
I don't remember.
He had to get the
I think so, whatever
stone.
it is.
He had to get the stone from Natalie Portman.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Rocket is stealing it from Natalie Portman. He does it all stealth and everything. No one notices anything. And Thor's having a conversation with his mum, as in this Thor, as in fat Thor, depressed Thor. He's having a conversation with his mum, and his mum instantly knows, what's going on with him.
There we go. Yeah,
And he's from the future.
Rick
or
Ray.
whatever.
She was infected with the ether. Remember, she jumped into the hole in Thor 2.
Mm-hmm.
She was infected. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense now. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that was a cool scene. I enjoyed that scene. I thought it was nice that he got to see her one last time, and I think
Yeah.
that probably helped with him sorting his stuff out. And then you switched, so they managed to get their job done, and then you got
Oh, Cap. You get Captain. So So Rocket gets the stone from Natalie Portman. All of a sudden, we go to the second adventure. Cap, Iron Man, and Ant-Man. They go back to Avengers 1. The first Avengers. To get the scepter. The stone from the scepter. Am I correct on that? No, the Tesseract. My bad.
and you know what?
And
I
it's-
love those scenes.
Yeah.
I love those scenes because I just thought it looked. I don't know how they did it, but it showed a different perspective. I mean, Hulk couldn't even go down the lift. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's when you see like Hulk is like smashing shit, and then the current Hulk, the smart Hulk, is just like he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I thought that was a really good scene. I thought it was really done well. You
And
know,
then yo, when Cap fights Cap, what? Yo, that was
that was
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, that was a
That
great
was.
fight.
I even like the elevator scene where he's back in the elevator with with everyone, just like he was in Winter Soldier. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly the same people.
Yep.
Everything's like Hail Hydra and stuff, just so he can get out of that situation.
And
And then
you're
when he faces himself, oh shit, that was amazing.
yeah, that was.
Especially this movie had great one-liners the whole time.
Mhm.
When the other Cap said, when the past Cap says, "I could do this all day," and new Cap is like,
Yeah.
"You know what? I know,
He's like, I know.
Shit. No, it was great.
Because
I liked it.
this new Cap wasn't as he wasn't like green. He wasn't all optimistic in this movie. He was a little more jaded in this movie.
No, he was. Well, he's lost a lot of,
Yeah,
half of the world's been, yeah.
but that was the best.
And
That was one of the best fights. After Thor smacks his head off, this fight, this fight gave me the chills a little bit when he was fighting himself.
yeah, no, I liked it, and I thought it was very well done. And we got to shout out the special effects people in this whole movie because the way they done everything was just amazing. So it looked legit. It was great. Yeah, I loved it, and I even liked man, they made. Listen, I ain't never seen Michael Douglas look so young as well.
No.
Did you see that shit?
Yeah.
Listen, I watched his movies when he was young, and he didn't even look that young. Shit.
But let's not forget, Loki's getting a TV show, right? Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
So he gets a TV show because they go back in time. He steals the Tesseract because they bumble the heist. He steals the Tesseract,
Disappears.
and then he disappears. So he must have disappeared so he can come back in a new Marvel show.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah. So is he? So he's gonna have a Tesseract now in a new show. I'm guessing.
Yeah. And Nikki was saying, also, what's Nikki saying here? Yeah, America's ass. That was a funny line.
Yeah, when Cap fights Cap. Yeah. That's a good one. That's good.
No, but no, I think one of the best slower scenes in this movie was definitely that whole conversation Tony was having with his dad in the lift.
Oh yeah. Wait. So all right.
No.
Anyways, so Loki disappears with the Tesseract from Avengers 1.
Yeah.
So now the Cap has to go back in time with Tony again, even further back before he was even Captain America.
Yeah.
To go back and get the Tesseract when his dad had it. So of course Tony meets his dad, and then Cap meets his old flame, Peggy Carter.
Yeah. Well, he sees her. He doesn't.
He sees her. Yeah, he sees
He's
her.
just looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. That scene was sweet, and I just thought, Tony meeting his dad, and it's like you could tell he almost so conflicted because he kind of said, "Yeah, I've got a daughter," and his dad's asking him how he should be a better dad. What to expect from fatherhood and everything. It's just, I thought it was a really good scene because you felt Robert Downey's acting has always been A1 to me, and he was really good at this. Really, really good at this. That whole scene. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit emotional watching that. I thought, oh shit, this is because
Okay.
shit.
All
I'm a
right.
dad's boy, man.
All right.
I'm close to my dad. I'm like, shit. If I had another chance, if something happened, and I had another chance to see him and stuff, that would be very difficult. So I think they handled that really well. And then you got, I'm just trying to think. You got Nebula and War Machine, right?
Oh yeah. So did they? So anyways, they get their stones back. And then you got the not Scarlet Witch, sorry, Hawkeye, Black Widow.
Yeah. No. But wait. It gets worse. So they get what they need, right? Nebula gets what they need, but Nebula gets caught by their past Nebula. Right? Do you remember? Because Thanos is there looking for the stones as well.
So we're back on it. So now we're talking about Adventure 3. Adventure 3 is Nebula, Hawkeye, Black Widow. They got to get their stones.
They got to get their stones. And it's just so no, I don't remember that much, but I remember they pretty much getting it done. But also you've got Thanos and old Nebula,
Yeah.
right?
Young Nebula.
Oh, sorry, young Nebula. Yeah,
Young
the
Nebula.
past,
Past Nebula.
yeah, past Nebula, and shit. Yeah,
Here's
so they're looking for the
and
stone.
this is like
And
the whole key to the whole movie right here. The whole Nebula storyline.
yeah, no, Nebula, yeah, very important, right? So
Yeah,
that
very important for the
Thanos
movie.
is like, yeah, so the past Nebula is like, wait, so she kind of glitches. So now Thanos is seeing. He's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So he sees what happens in the future. He sees why they're back and everything.
Because Nebula's brain it must be on some kind of a network where the future
Yeah.
Nebula and the past Nebula, her brain must be on the same network. So whatever future Nebula sees is now mixed with past Nebula, which kind of throws past Nebula off. And then they're wondering what the hell happened, and then the Maw and Thanos is like, search your brain. And now he can search future Nebula's brain about what happened about the future. So
Yeah,
Thanos
it's
finds out
crazy.
what's going on with Nebula in the future. He finds out that he dies in the future, and he's happy about it because he won. And then they use
But
their
now so what he does is he captures so War Machine gets back. War Machine kind of beams out of there, right? But
Yep.
the old Nebula is captured and is switched with Nebula's captured and she's switched with the evil Nebula, right?
Yep.
Which is a past Nebula. Right? So they're gonna try and so Thanos is thinking, right,
Which,
they're gonna have all their stones in one place. Let's fast track this.
Nikki
I was
Wilson.
gonna do this in the future. Let me go do this shit now.
Nikki Wilson is right. Nebula should have used a VPN on her brain.
See, you know what? All these Avengers aren't very smart.
Yeah, no.
See, she should have had a VPN. Yeah.
What was
exactly.
Tony thinking?
So now
Why didn't
Thanos-
Tony think about that?
I don't know. You know, I don't know. No, but here's the thing. It's like, so Thanos is now, right, I was going to do this in the future. I'm going to do it now, right? So I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to make
Wait,
it pay for it. Why wait?
Before we get there, you got to talk about Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Yeah. But at the time, but Thanos is just saying, okay, because what he was saying to her, he was talking to Nebula, he was just saying, look, right, okay, so they're going to have all the Infinity Stones together, and I'm going to go and get that. So that's why he sends evil Nebula back to pose as good Nebula, right?
Past Nebula.
So, okay. Yeah. So now, right, so you got Hawkeye, oh, man. I wasn't, because, right.
Remember to get
So Nebula-
the Soul Stone, you got to give up something you love.
And I did think that. I'm like, wait a minute, they're going to go get the Soul Stones? Doesn't someone have to die for that shit? How are they going to get it? So I remember thinking that, and then I forgot about it.
Yeah, but I was thinking you got to give up something you love, right? Like you really truly love.
Yeah, I think
by them, whoever would die, what are they really? Are they just giving up, right? Like.
Yeah, well, these two love each other. They're friends, but there was always I always felt that they're friends, but
Because Thanos truly loved his daughter. He truly loved Gamora, so he killed her.
No, but yeah, I mean, love can also be friendship and stuff. They've got a lot of love for each other, so it could be that as well. So I don't think it's just.
But like, if Hawkeye would have just killed himself, what is he exactly giving up to?
That wouldn't have worked unless he loved himself more than anything.
So then, Widow loved Hawkeye?
Yeah, no. Widow loved Hawkeye. They both loved each other, yeah. You can see in past movies, there was always...
Yeah, there's always some kind of a sexual tension with
I knew you were going to say sexual... I knew you were going to say sexual tension. I didn't want to say it. I always did think there was something there, more than just friendship.
And
but
I like how he called it out, though. Because he called it out, because remember, he was like, I think we're talking about something else. Because there was like a moment between the two, because I thought they were going to do something.
No, because she said, yeah, we should just, we know who needs to go, but I think we're both talking about two different people.
Yeah.
As in, he's thinking he should die, she's thinking she should die.
Oh, I thought they were going to kiss or something like that. That's what I thought.
Shane, you're just too sexual, man. That's what it is.
I don't know.
Everything revolves around sex. That's the problem. Yeah, it's been your problem as long as I've known you. That's the problem. Yeah. No. But this is the thing. So, So.
Anyways, Black Widow dies. She dies.
Yeah, Black Widow dies. Yeah, they're fighting. They're fighting each other, trying to
kill themselves.
Trying to kill themselves. right? And it's just like, just when I thought Hawkeye, see, to me, I thought Hawkeye made more sense to die, right? I
Yeah.
think it made more sense that Hawkeye died, but
Yeah,
I
me
guess
too.
they wanted to let Black Widow, but then Black Widow sacrificed and everything. You can see, I guess in the end it makes more
Isn't
sense because, yeah,
isn't she getting a movie?
I think so,
I
yeah,
think
a
so too.
prequel.
It's got to be prequel. Yeah.
Hmm. I don't think they should have killed her off though. I think there was, because it's a shame because this was probably we saw more depth to Black Widow in this movie than we've seen in any other movie, and she dies.
Yeah.
But it was sad. I didn't want it to go really because I
I
thought there was
I guess it
still
was
so much, but it made
I guess it
the
was
movie.
sad, but I really didn't feel any emotional attachment to it though. After she died, I was just like, okay.
Now it was hard to watch, Ricky.
For
I agree
you?
with you. It was hard to watch because I was just like the whole thing was gasping. I mean, like when Hawkeye was jumping, you could see people were sad, but when Black Widow let go of his hand, everyone was just like, "Oh shit!" No, it was very sad.
I was
You
never the
know,
biggest fan of Black Widow, so I was just like, all right, she's
uh,
dead. I was like, she's dead. Move on. Let's go. They weren't.
oh
They weren't.
shit,
They
and then
weren't. They weren't going to kill Hawkeye because he's got a family. Come on. He's trying to bring back his
yeah.
family. They're not going to kill Hawkeye. You knew that wasn't going to go down. Eh.
Yes. Yeah, but then they get back, right? They get back, and then everyone realizes what's happened to Black Widow, right? And they're all kind of,
Yeah, Banner.
they're all upset, devastated, whatever. Banner is
Banner's
he was
heartbroken. Yeah.
sad.
But
Yeah.
then Tony makes a new glove to put all the stones in.
So here's my issue. This is where I have an issue with the movie.
Yeah.
I thought you needed the gauntlet for those stones.
I think they explained it in the was it Infinity War. It just has to be something powerful enough to hold the stones.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
what,
yeah,
that's what I thought.
Tony's a genius like that. So okay,
Yeah.
fine. So he does it, and then Thor was like, "Listen, let me put it on." And I thought Thor was superb in this scene because he was like really emotional. He's like, "Let me just do something right. Let me just do something that can help." And Tony was like, "Listen, you're not in the right shape or the frame of mind to do this." And Banner was like, "I've got to do it. Part of who I am is from the gamma radiation, and this is what this thing does to you. So I need to do it." And he does that, clicks his fingers. Oh, when he puts the glove, he gets fucked up.
Yeah, anybody who snaps their fingers with the gauntlet, half their body fries. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Well, they say anyone human would die,
yeah.
right?
Half their body looks like Two-Face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But I would imagine Hulk would heal anyway
yeah.
at some point.
Oh,
But yeah.
only Hulk could do it because snapping of the fingers is gamma based.
No, but apparently, because I think he was only supposed to bring back people that were lost. That was the only thing he was supposed to bring back. But he did say afterwards that he tried to bring
He tried to
Black
bring
Widow
back
as
Black
well,
Widow,
but it didn't work. Which is probably why he got even more messed up. Yeah, it was just so right now you don't know what's going on, whether it worked or not.
Well, wait, he does.
And
Wait,
then
hold on. He snaps his finger. Hulk puts on the glove, snaps the finger. Everything's back to normal. But past Nebula kidnaps.
Oh, I mean, what? Yeah.
Well, the kidnaps. Well, they're holding future Nebula hostage, and the past Nebula goes back through the time portal,
Mm-hmm.
and then opens up the gateway to time, right? How do they pick those little time travel vials and put it on the whole entire ship? That's my question. How'd that work?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So, anyways, I guess there's a little plot hole there, maybe. And then she opens up the whole time travel unit. Thanos' ship flies through the future, goes to the future, back into the present day. Now we have past Thanos in the future, and then now the present timeline.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
after they do this, after they bring everything back to normal, after everybody that turned into dust, no longer dust. But now Thanos is coming back into the current timeline. And then that's where...
No, but that scene where Hawkeye gets the phone call from his wife.
Yeah.
Was it from his wife?
Yeah, he gets the phone
that
call.
was crazy.
He gets the phone call,
Yeah.
and then it switches over to Banner or Hulk lying on the ground. He looks up at the sky, and he sees the ship
Yeah, and
coming
then you
through.
got Ant-Man looking out the window, and then you see the ship. You see Thanos' ship because Nebula's brought him through. And let me tell you, when I say Thanos destroyed that whole building to the ground, that's literally what happened.
Yeah.
This is not the Thanos of Infinity War. This is a slightly younger Thanos, right?
Yeah.
A slightly more vicious Thanos. This is a more badass, more of an asshole, to be honest. Let's be honest. He's just, burns that building to the ground. You got Hawkeye, Ant-Man, and Hulk trying to escape. They're trapped in the rubble.
Remember,
and Rocket.
Hulk snaps the finger, and now half his body is torched off.
Yeah, so he can't just Hulk himself out of there.
Yeah.
So they're trapped. So meanwhile, you got Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man who have managed to come out, and they see Thanos there just sitting there.
Yeah,
waiting for them.
Thanos gets out of the ship, and then he sends past Nebula to go fetch him the gauntlet, which Hawkeye now has. And he's being chased by some space dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Thanos is just kind of like just chilling there, sitting down. And then you see Thor, Cap, and then Iron Man, or Tony Stark, looking at Thanos just chilling there. And then all of a sudden they just go and attack Thanos.
Can I just say something? Hasn't Thanos got the best lines in the movie? He's just like, he was just basically saying, after all this, I'm just going to burn the Earth to cinder or whatever and just start from fresh, and no one's going to be alive.
Yeah, he was pissed.
He was pissed.
Yeah, because he's seen his future, so he knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
but so this is where the movie actually starts for me, right here. This is like hour 3, where everything just picks up. This is where the battle begins. This is kind of like the battle on Titan in Infinity War, but now we're doing it on Earth, and you got Cap, Thor, and Iron Man, just going at Thanos.
Yeah,
one of the best fights. One of the best fights ever I've seen.
For sure, one of the best fights. They're all going back and forth. Iron Man's getting messed up a little bit. You got Thor. There's a section there's a scene where there's a bit where Thor has got his Stormbreaker, and Thanos is just beating the hell out of him. Thanos is beating the hell out of Thor, right? And wait a minute. So Thor reaches for his Stormbreaker and Thanos grabs it, right?
Oh, wait, hold on. You can if you're time traveling, you can bring stuff back from the past into the present timeline.
Yeah.
So obviously everybody knows that he lost his hammer. So he brings the hammer back into the future. And the hammer comes back with him. Now he's fighting with 2 weapons. Stormbreaker and the hammer. Mjolnir.
Yeah, but right now, so at this point, Thor is unarmed, and he calls for the Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
And Thanos grabs it.
Thanos catches it when it's coming to his hand.
But here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Does that mean he's worthy?
Is Stormbreaker part of that, though? I thought Mjolnir was only if you're worthy.
I don't know, mate. You might be right.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
You might be right. Okay. So Thor was nearly dead, right?
Yeah.
So
or Thanos is just so powerful he just picked that shit up.
Yeah.
Could be.
So he's ready to just dig that Stormbreaker into Thor's chest.
Yep.
And then you just see. You take it from here, Shane.
And then you see the hammer. And then you see the hammer come flying towards what we think is Thor. And this is where all shit breaks loose in the whole theater. And then you see Cap. Cap catches the hammer. And he just chills up the spine. Cap has the hammer. Theater just erupts. Almost a tear comes down my eye because he catches that hammer. And then he just goes apeshit on Thor. Or Thanos, sorry.
Yeah, when he's using the combos with the shield and the hammer, oh my god.
This is like some straight
That was
Mortal
crazy.
Kombat comic book shit right here.
Yeah, no, it was crazy.
The best
It
shit.
was crazy.
The best shit.
But sooner or later,
Yeah.
right?
And then he
Thanos
gets,
gets the best of him.
yeah, and then us fucks him up, and then sorry.
Fucks him up with his sword. He breaks this. He's breaking chunks out of the
Oh
shield.
yeah, he broke it. He
with
kept
his sword.
fucking chopping at his shield with his
Yeah.
fucking
Mhm.
big sword there, Thanos' sword.
Mm.
And you think that shield is like unbreakable. He's just chopping.
Uh-huh.
He's just chipping away at it, chipping away at it.
You got, wow. No, it was crazy. And then you got Captain America just defeated, really.
Yeah, he's defeated.
Right, he's on his back, gets up slowly, tightens up his
Yeah.
shield strap.
Uh huh. And
Right.
then you hear Falcon.
Yeah,
You hear Falcon in the earpiece.
yeah. It's like Cap, and it almost looks like Cap doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
What he's hearing.
And then you hear.
And this is what happens next.
This is it.
Is probably the best last 40 minutes
Yeah.
of any Marvel movie.
You can't tell me you didn't
Ever.
get chills. You didn't get chills
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
here.
No,
All of a sudden,
the whole.
All of a sudden, you see a portal open, and then Black Panther comes out that shit.
Black Panther, yeah.
And then
Black Panther comes out of it.
after
Then
two,
you get
I ain't gonna lie, after about 2 hours of watching it, I guess all the nerves have just built up. Everything else that died, whoever died or whatever, it really didn't touch me. I didn't feel emotional, but when Black Panther came out the hole, I thought I was about to cry right here because it was just like, yo, Avengers are coming back. So they
so
fucking
you get
yes.
Black Panther, then you get Doctor Strange.
It was an emotional
coming
scene.
down.
It was very emotional.
Yeah,
Then they all come at the portal, and the best shit. Cap goes Avengers. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
He's an Avenger. He wasn't
Yeah.
even on screen yet. He goes Avengers, and then they cut the Cap. Like, I don't know, maybe like 10 seconds later.
And literally, you got Black Panther's whole army there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and not to mention you've got
The Wizards.
yeah, and you got Tony Stark's wife in that shit.
Oh
in the
yeah,
Iron Man
yeah,
outfit.
yeah. Pepper Potts was in the Iron Man outfit.
Pepper Potts. Oh shit.
The Valkyrie comes
Yeah,
in with
so
the horses, the Pegasus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And yeah, just
As
and,
Guardians are
Scarlet
coming in
Witch,
there.
Scarlet Witch as well. Just
Mhm.
everyone's there, and you're like,
You're like, oh. Everybody in the theater was just like, yeah.
yeah, from Cap looking defeated.
Mm-hmm.
Now Thanos you see Thanos looking at this thing. Shit, this is clearly like it's. I think they've got Thanos outnumbered now.
Oh yeah,
Looks of things.
But then hold on. But then Cap goes Avengers.
Yeah.
Pause. Then he goes assemble, and then just fucking
Yeah.
they just attack. Dude, it was like
And then
badass.
all hell breaks
Yeah.
loose. And at that point, Hulk's come out, and you got Ant-Man, who's supersized, right? Hawkeye's come. They've both come out of the building. Everyone's managed to get out. They're all fighting. Now they're playing American football with the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Whilst all this madness is going on, Hawkeye's running with it. Switches it over to Black Panther. Black Panther's running with it, doing his flips and shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Spidey gets it,
from there, Spidey gets it. Oh shit!
and then Captain Marvel gets it.
Well, no, not quite. Before Spidey gets it, he has an embrace with Tony Stark, right? Because he said, "Tony Stark, man, I don't know what happened. It's been 5 years. I don't know what's going on." And then Tony just hugs him.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, he grabs the gauntlet, and so he's riding on the back of the Pegasus at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And but let's talk about one of the greatest showdowns between Scarlet Witch and Thanos, right? Shit.
Oh yeah.
She
was gonna kill him.
She was
She about to kill him.
Yeah, she was gonna kill him.
Yep.
She fucked Thanos up. Let's just be real.
Yep.
She
She melted his armor off and shit, just like shredded it.
mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden Thanos was like, "Let's rain fire," and then his henchman, the Maw there, was like, "Are you sure you're gonna kill our troops?" He's like, "Yes." So all the ships just start firing.
Just
firing
do
down.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
Start firing down. So the Avengers are in trouble a little because they're getting shot down on and everything.
So yeah.
And then the guns start changing direction and shooting somewhere else in the sky.
And this is I legit thought I thought for some reason I thought either we're gonna see Galactus or Silver Surfer come in. That's what I thought. I was like, are they gonna put Fantastic Four in this? Are we gonna get Silver Surfer? And then my wife taps me. She's like, I bet you it's Captain Marvel. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And then Captain Marvel comes in.
She's in it at the beginning and the end. That's it.
Yeah.
She's not in it throughout the And yeah, Captain Marvel comes, and I gotta say, I like what they did here with her. I'm not a huge Captain Marvel fan, but what they did here with her, that was really good. She just came through, destroyed the ship in seconds, crazy, takes the Infinity Gauntlet, and then what proceeds there, her and Thanos have a showdown. She's clearly doing damage to Thanos, right?
Yeah.
Thanos gives her a headbutt, she just looks at him. It had absolutely no effect. Great back and forth there.
Then he gets the stone. He gets the blue stone. I don't know what the blue stone is, but
because she's overpowering him, and he kind of juggles the blue stone over to his other hand and punches her right in the face. Shit.
Bam. Yeah.
Damn.
And this is where you get Tony. Remember, Tony invented the gauntlet that's now in Thanos' hand.
Yeah.
So now Tony comes over, fights with Thanos. He basically kind of grabs his hand, and they're kind of tussling. Shoves Tony away.
Well, yeah. I mean, before that, it's like, Doctor Strange did point to him and say, "Look."
Oh, he points to the one. Remember, he pulled up his one finger, meaning this is the one chance.
Yeah.
That they're going to win out of 14 million.
Yeah.
And then that's when Tony goes.
So like you said, so he's trying to grab the Infinity thing, the Infinity. He's trying to grab the stones, and Thanos pushes him off, and he's like, well, what does he say? What's the line he comes up with? I am.
Oh yeah, I am. Snap, Iron Man, and then snap. So the end. His last line when he was alive is his last line in Iron Man 1. Am I correct? Am I correct? No, that's not true because he did talk.
In the first movie, that's the one thing that kind of got everything going when he said I am Iron Man, and then the credits rolled in Iron Man 1, and then the way he said it this time, it was crazy.
Yeah,
everyone turns to dust. Oh man, that had to be one of the most badass scenes ever.
Yeah. Good little send off for Iron Man there.
Great send off. I think it was fitting, and I think he had to do it. And I'll tell you what made me upset is when, when he's dying and she says to him, you can rest now. We're going to be okay.
So is Pepper going to be the new Iron Man? Is that what we're alluding to?
I don't know.
And,
could be.
Let's go through this real quick. So Pepper is fighting with the Iron Man suit. Well, one of the Iron Man suits. And Cap goes back in time to return the stones. He comes back. He doesn't really come back. He just lives his life in the past. And now he's like...
I was happy for that character because, they send him back. He comes back and he's aged.
He doesn't really come back. He just lives his life. He's just now on the thing.
Yeah. I think that was a great send-off. I thought he needed that because you always felt for him, right? Because he didn't really have a life.
Yo, but so when they're having all this battle, right? When they're fighting, he goes back in time. He doesn't come back to the future. He's just living his life. Does he live through this whole battle with his younger self fighting?
I don't know.
Does that make sense or no? It makes sense, right?
No, I know, but you know what it is with this movie? If you think too much about the time traveling thing, you're gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
Just take it for what it is.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's kind
of. And then at the end, you got the funeral, and that kid. I didn't even realize. When the pan to everyone.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Falcon is now the new Captain America. Just so you know, we forgot to say that.
Yeah.
Captain's new Cap. Falcon's a new Cap, and then the kid from Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
I didn't know who that was. We're like, who's this kid? I was like, is that
Yeah,
Tony?
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, is that past Tony Stark? I was like, did Cap go back in past and bring back past Tony Stark?
Ricky. Yeah, yeah,
But it's not. It was like some old kid from Iron Man 3.
yeah. Okay, so we've kind of given the whole kind of plot, the
That's
whole
it.
thing away.
That's the whole
So
shebang.
what did you think? No, but what did you think of the movie overall?
I liked it. I liked Infinity War better. For rewatchability, I think Infinity War has a better rewatchability. But the final battle in Endgame, overall, the final battle, the last hour
Is the
rather,
best.
is the best.
It,
Yeah.
is the best thing you're going to see in any comic book movie. I think. I think it is like. Yeah, I don't think anything is going to beat the scale of what you saw. It's like so many little things happen.
Well, I think the battle. I
So
think the battle in Lord of the Rings was longer than this one.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
didn't feel as epic to me as this.
Yeah. 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 I think this one's
And
more
this just
epic
felt
because you're familiar with all the characters. You just like them more.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they've had 20 how many movies? 21 movies to
21. Yeah.
build this. That's crazy if you think about it. Will this ever be done again?
Yeah. DC's gonna try to go for that one. Well, they're building a phase 2, so we got another 10 years of whatever the biggest storyline's coming. So it's gonna happen again.
Phase 2. Damn.
Just what is it? 2019 right now. Just figure like 2030 we'll get another. We'll get another one like this.
You see, I thought Infinity War was a better overall movie in terms of pace and
Hold on. I
and
think. Hold on a
replay.
second. I think UPS is knocking on my door.
Mm.
Entertain.
Yeah, yeah. So overall, I definitely think that the pacing wise and overall a movie, I think you can take someone who hasn't seen the previous movies to Infinity War and they'd probably still have a good time. I think this movie, yeah, for me, let me think. I don't know, because it's like I want to see it a few more times, but I loved it. I think can it be? Is it better than? It's better than Infinity War for a few, for a lot of reasons, just the scale and what they're going through. But I think overall, this movie is a bit of a slow burn, although it's not boring. It is slow, but not boring because you're familiar with these characters, right? So I enjoyed it. The build at the end. I mean, think about it. For Marvel to deliver after 21 movies, this is what 21 movies have been building towards. What happens right here in this movie, and I think they met all my expectations. They definitely exceeded them, even in some cases. And I think it was a perfect end to this phase. But a couple of things I didn't like. I have a feeling this film was longer than 3 hours because, I just felt there was a lot of interactions I would have liked to see more of. But I am a little disappointed that they didn't give Black Widow a good send-off. They didn't even mention her at the end, when they had Tony's funeral or whatever, unless I'm missing something.
What do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, before they sent Cap back,
Mm-hmm.
when they sent Captain America back, remember he was talking to Cap, or Hulk was talking to Cap. He was saying you can go into different timelines. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Well, he said something like something would happen. You can go back to a different timeline. So I'm thinking, is that their way of saying that they can go back into a different timeline where Stark is still alive, Iron Man is still alive, Black Widow is still alive? Do you know what I mean? You gotta, if you watch next time you watch it again. I thought that I was like, is that their way of saying like you can go back to a different timeline, and everybody's gonna still be there?
Yeah, but I don't think they would do that because for them to do that would just cheapen the whole movie.
It would be, but let's say 5 movies into the future, like 5 years into the future, they want to go back and bring back Cap, or they want to go back and bring back Iron Man. They can do that because Ant-Man can do that now. Now they got the technology.
Yeah.
That's one of the takeaways I took. I was like, oh, you can go back to a different timeline. I was like, wait a minute.
You could, but I don't think they will do that. But I still think Iron Man will make cameos. Like Can you imagine him as the voice in Spider-Man suit?
Yeah, that's my thought too. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be the new Jarvis.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
He could be.
don't forget, we got to see Jarvis in this too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Jarvis is in the movie,
But
guys. Jarvis is in there. Yeah.
but I think oops, what is this shit? Yeah. No. I'll tell you what. I was surprised we didn't get any Vision.
Well, he fucking died.
Yeah, I know, but
You
no
can't- wait.
mention of him or anything or any.
She
yeah, like,
did.
shit.
Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch mentioned him.
What'd she say?
She was like, "You took away my." Scarlet Witch has got the accent in this movie. Her accent,
Yeah.
her accent is now back for some reason. Remember, right before she fights Thanos, she's like, "You took away my life and everything I love." Blah 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 blah. Now you're gonna pay.
Hey, let me ask you: does
Something to
Scarlet
that
Witch
effect.
turn evil in the comics at some point?
I don't know. I don't read those. I don't read the comics.
I can see that shit happening. You know, she didn't look happy in this movie at all.
No. Oh wait. Don't forget this shot of all the Avengers, the female Avengers.
Yeah, A-Force, right? Because A-Force is like it's all of them. And don't be surprised if there's a movie with all of them as
Yeah.
well. That was amazing. I like that. A lot of
Did
guys
you-
are saying, a lot of people are saying, I didn't like the fact that there were all women there. It didn't make sense. I'm like, come on, they're badasses. Let them do their thing.
Do you think that's gonna
I
sell
like
out?
that thing.
A dude's gonna go and watch that? Because it was
I don't know shit.
it was Pepper Potts, it was Valkyrie. Wasp.
If you don't watch an A-Force movie, you're just hating. It was all the women.
Yeah, it was all the chicks.
If you don't, how are you not going to watch that movie? God damn! I don't watch that.
I guess.
That'll be a big one.
I guess
I think.
they're definitely setting that up. I feel they're setting that shit up. I feel that shot was there for a reason.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I mean, but I thought everyone, you know, there was so many epic scenes, and they've set up a lot of things for the future. Look, if there's an A-Force movie coming out, I want to see that. No hate. I just think it would be epic to see.
But who's gonna pay for all the tech now? Who's gonna invent all the technology?
You know the people saying, oh, you know, this A-Force thing, all the women get together, it's convenient. I'm like, there's a lot of things about this movie, things that happen in this movie are very convenient. Yeah?
It is, but
You know who you have to thank for all of this? A rat that pushed the wrong button in the time machine to bring Ant-Man back. If that's not convenient, I don't know what is. Shit.
who's gonna be the face of Marvel now?
Captain Marvel.
You think so? Is it gonna be Captain Marvel or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's too young. I can't see him being a leader. Can you?
Yeah, maybe not yet.
I think either Captain Marvel or maybe even Captain America. The new Captain America.
Falcon? I don't know about that. I don't know. For some reason, I thought
Really?
Bucky was gonna be Captain America.
Look, at the end of the day, he killed Iron Man's parents, man. He ain't gonna be Captain America. No, but brainwashed or not, god damn. You know? Yeah.
It was good. It was good. I liked it. I did like it. I did like it.
No, I did like it. You know, it's funny because I think I preferred Infinity War but I think the more and more I talk about it, the more I want to watch it again. And I think what's going to happen is after I watch it a couple of times, I think I'll appreciate it more. You know, I thought it was a fantastic movie, though.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
good.
that and Infinity War can go side by side. Over here in the UK, they were doing a double bill of Infinity War, and you should really watch those two together, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so.
I don't think if you haven't watched the previous movies, I mean, you really need to watch. I'd say all of them, especially Ant-Man and the Wasp, Thor 2, the Captain America movies.
You could probably skip Iron Man 3 and maybe Thor 2.
Yeah,
No, wait. You have to watch Thor 2.
Wait.
Never mind.
you have to watch them. You have to watch all of them. You got to watch all 21. That's what I did, Shane. Before I went to see this, I watched all of them in order for like a week. Just watched all of them. I had to get ready. So everything that I saw was very fresh. Was very, very fresh for me.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
It was good. I liked it.
I-
I liked it.
Yeah.
So now we got...
But the thing is with this, like, this is the problem you're always going to get with time machine, going back in time and
Yeah.
stuff. If you really, really start thinking about it, you're going to find a lot of plot holes. A lot.
Wait,
Because then you're going to think,
you think
like,
you think they're gonna bring Iron Man back at some point in time?
No.
You don't think so?
Not in the way you... Yeah, I think, but not in the way we expect. Like, he's not going to come back as Iron Man. He's going to come back as maybe...
You can time travel. They explained it in the movie. You can time travel without messing up the time continuum, apparently.
Yeah, no. But it would be a slap in the face to bring him back.
But,
As much as I'd love to see him, no, because then what you're saying is,
but why
let's
even
don't
explain
do
it?
shit in the Marvel universe. Think about it. What you're saying is anyone can die and it's fine. There's no stakes then.
Exactly, yeah.
So I don't think they would bring him back.
Because Cap went back and stole a handful of those time travel things. Those time travel vials, remember?
Yeah, I'm sure
they've got some left over.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm sure you'll see if they were to go back in time or whatever. I'm sure you'll see a cameo. Yeah, I'm sure you'll see Iron Man in the background or a quick conversation. But if you're asking me whether he'll come back for a whole movie or anything, no, I don't see it.
You don't think so, huh?
I think that would be a mistake.
Maybe like 5-6 years down the road. You don't think so?
I think it's more likely you'll see Cap like come back as his, be back as his older self to kind of mentor the new Cap. Do you see what I mean? I think that's more likely.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't see it.
Now that they invented time travel, I feel like anything's open to, any kind of storyline now. Especially how they explain how you can whatever you change in the past doesn't really affect the future.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like you can do anything you want now, kind of thing.
Yeah. Listen, I was trying to explain it to my girl, man. I said to her, she's like, so if you go back in time, I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't think too much, because then you're going to find a lot of things wrong.
Yeah, no.
You're going to find you can't
because
leave your brain.
When future Gamora kills past Gamora, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, why the fuck is she still here? She should disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Hey, speaking of which, just on a side point, Thor and Star-Lord's interaction is gold. You know when he gives it, well, you're not in charge. The whole I'm in charge thing at the end. Jesus, man. You know what? They're going to make a whole movie. Apparently Thor's in the next Guardians because, what? I can't wait.
Gamora's gone, yeah. I mean, she's not really gone. I think they're going to go search for Gamora in part 3.
Yeah, by the looks of things.
Yeah. So it's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy plus Thor.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so. And by the looks of all the comments, I think everyone loved it.
Are we going to get... Is this new Falcon and Bucky show going to be Captain America and Bucky show?
I guess.
Or is it going to be like a prequel? Like, who knows? I don't know.
Let's see, what is this? Nobody won, everyone lost. Did Thanos die?
Yeah, he definitely dead. Thanos is definitely dead.
He died. He got fucked up twice in this movie.
Yeah, he got turned to dust.
He died twice. Yeah, he got beheaded, and then he got turned to dust.
He got killed twice. He got killed twice in the movie.
Yeah, no. I really enjoyed it, and the thing you really only get with Marvel movies or maybe the comic book movies is just the atmosphere as well. Everyone was going crazy in the cinema. Everyone in the theater, it was just craziness.
But yeah, I think we're gonna get a Planet Hulk movie. I think that's coming. That's gonna come. It's gonna have to come. I don't know how his arm is gonna heal. Mia
123. I totally agree with you. I did find that I didn't like the Hulk. I didn't like that. I didn't like the way he was here.
I didn't like Thor.
No, but Thor was still. You know what? The thing about Thor is, look, if you think about it, what else can you do with him? Firstly, he's overpowered, so you have to weaken him somehow, right? And then secondly, you need to give him something new to get his teeth into, right? Because he's not. You can't just be. You got to change the dynamics. The fact that he feels he failed. I could see him. You know what? I think maybe they could have done it. He didn't have to gain all the weight or whatever, but they could have made him depressed and not himself. You know,
Yeah.
Thor's been funny lately, but I think they could have made him a bit more dark and a bit more edgier because he's obviously depressed and stuff, right? So I think they could have done a few more things, you know.
I
But let's
suppose.
see. But I love it. I'm gonna go watch it again. I know you watched it in 3D. I didn't get a chance to. You're saying 3D was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, 30 was good. I liked it. I mean, there were some parts that were kind of flat, and then it kind of picked up towards end battle, and then the Atmos is kind of weak. I didn't hear too much coming from up top either,
Really.
so that was a little disappointing.
Listen, I just can't wait for this to come out in 4K. I think it's going to look spectacular.
You think so? I didn't. I wasn't like. I think it's gonna look like the last one.
I thought Infinity War looked really good in 4K. Did you not?
Oh no, yeah, I thought it looked really good. I wasn't like. Nah, what I gave it like a 9.5 or something like that. So yeah, yeah, it looked really good at 4K.
And the 3D was awesome as well. The 3D
Yeah,
was
the 3D
awesome.
was really good. I watched the 3D the other night before I went to watch this yesterday.
Hmm. No, amazing movie. 3 hours. It's weird because it did feel like 3 hours, but it still wasn't enough.
The first 2 hours felt like 2 hours, and then the last was like, fuck. I wish this was another hour.
Yeah. No. It was an amazing movie. I recommend it to everyone. The only difference with this movie is this is like a love letter to Marvel, really, in that sense, right? From Marvel to them, to all of you guys, really, for watching, right? It's like a big fan service movie. So I really do think you need to watch all of the movies to really, truly appreciate it.
Watch it, yeah. Hmm.
I think so. Yes, Shane.
There it
That's
is.
it, man.
There it is,
That's
guys.
it. Are you going to give it a score?
Oh, for the movie? Let me see. Out of 1 to 10, I would give it a. I would give it a. No, yeah, it gets an 8. 8 for this one. 8.5 for Infinity War.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd give this an 8.5. You know what it is? Now I'm revisiting it with you. I like it more than I thought I did. I mean, there's aspects of the movie which just blew me away. So I think I'd probably give it a. It's hard to rate this, don't you think? Because you've got to watch them together. If you count it as one whole movie, it's a 9.
Man, because if I
Maybe
was
even
going
a
to rewatch it,
9.5.
I would rewatch Infinity War more than I would probably rewatch this one. Although I would rewatch this one more just for the last battle scene. That's it.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't watched it already, you've got to watch it.
I think I could care less about the whole time traveling part of the movie.
Yeah, they had to do that, though.
Yeah.
They had to do that, Shane. What else could they have done?
I don't know, make it quicker.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But they needed to have I think they wanted to have those scenes in it, and they were done really well. You got to say.
No, yeah, it was good. It was good. I mean, I kept thinking to myself, do I go to the bathroom right now, or can I go get me some snacks? I never thought that when I was watching Infinity War. I was like, I think it might be safe to go to the bathroom right now.
Listen, Shane, I was having popcorn, and I had like a large drink. Yeah, I was sipping that shit so slowly because I wasn't planning on going anywhere.
There's always.
I just sat through the whole thing. I had like two guys were like, there were some guys who were like, shit, I have to go to the toilet. Shit. Do you sit next to me? What happened, bro? What happened? I'm like, no.
And then I always have moments of like, should I doze off right here or not? That's what I think. When I go to movies, that's what I think.
Oh, shit.
I was like, can I shut my eyes for like 5 minutes? Or can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Or can I go put some more butter on my popcorn? I thought about that. I thought about that a few times watching this, but I didn't do that with the Infinity War.
Mm-hmm. Wow. No, I thought it was great. I had a chance to watch it at midnight on Wednesday, and I just thought, you know what, let's keep it during the day because, you know what, midnight showing. Am I going to be up for 3 hours? Am I going to enjoy it as much because I'm tired? Nah. So I'm glad I actually got a chance to watch it yesterday. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
great movie,
Nah, yeah, it
fantastic
was good.
movie.
You know, I was thinking I would have liked to have seen, like, if I could have held out to just watch it at home for the first time. You know what I mean? Like, I always wonder, when the Avengers or when he gets Thor's hammer, all of a sudden, you know how the crowd just fucking goes crazy in those kind of movies.
Yeah.
I always wonder, would I get that same feeling if I was watching it at home for the first time?
Well, the atmosphere was always going to add to it, right?
Yeah, that's what I was
So I
thinking.
think,
I was thinking, should I wait just to see the Rise of Skywalker at home, or do I go to the theater and watch it?
no, you should probably go to the
You think
theater.
so? Or if I
I
can
mean,
just,
half of the thing is like going to the theater is like an experience, right?
it is, but then you can get a bunch of friends to come over for the first time. Just be like, guys, don't fucking watch it. Avoid spoilers till like March, April, and then we're gonna watch for Star Wars here.
No, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess some movies you could. Some movies you could, but come on, Avengers.
Because there's not too
How are
many.
you? How
When was the
Avengers
last?
will probably come out
When was the last
on
watch?
Blu-ray
When
in
was the last movie you watched
yeah.
at your house and was just like, "Fuck, this is awesome"?
Oh, a lot.
Really?
Quite a few. But there's some movies. I mean, the way I kind of deal with it is when it comes to spectacle, which is what Avengers is.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be a cinema experience. And besides, there is no way.
Well, your cinema
You would,
experience, your cinema experience at home is different than mine.
yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, but here's the thing. Okay, forget that for a second. Okay, say if it is. Okay, it is right with yours. Okay, are you gonna try and tell me that what's it gonna be? The Avengers Blu-ray will probably come out when
What month are
April,
we?
May, June, July, August, September time.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell me that you're not gonna have it spoiled to you before September?
Yeah.
No. It's gonna be spoiled somehow, Shane. You know it is. You go online or something. You can't. With a movie like this, that's so shrouded in secrecy. You're gonna have to watch it. You have to watch it in theater, man.
It's only 3 months. It's only 3 months. I don't know.
Nah.
I was thinking about trying that for Star Wars. Maybe I'll do like a whole series. I should do that on YouTube, right? Like avoiding Star Wars Episode 9 for the home release.
Yeah.
It would be like a whole reaction at home. That'd be sick right there.
No, you could do it. I mean, I
Yeah.
watched Captain Marvel in the theater, and I thought I could have watched that at home.
Captain Marvel was just like, eh. Captain Marvel was just like watching Black Panther for me. It was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
At no point in time was I excited watching Captain Marvel. I was just watching. It was just like a movie.
Hold on one sec. Oh, okay. Let's see. How do Cap? Yeah. That's crazy, right? Because someone said that when Cap returned the Soul Stone, right? You would have to see Red Skull, right?
What? When Cap returns, also. Oh yeah. Well, I guess so. He could have just dropped it off. It was like, oh, here, Red Skull, take the stone, and then walked away. It's not like they're gonna fight. Why would they fight? He could just be like,
I would like to see.
he could be like, oh, hey, this is for you, and then just fucking just left.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you.
Plus, I think Red Skull is.
There's a,
I think Red Skull is in a different state of mind when he's on planet Morag. He was just like, the protector of the stone.
You think that? Can you imagine if it comes on home video and it's a director's extended edition?
What's his face? I was
Spend
watching.
extra-
I think I was watching Jimmy Kimmel or something like that, and Falcon was like, "I watched the 5.5 hour cut." He goes, I wished it could have been longer." So apparently, there's like a 5.5 hour cut.
Wow. I want to see that.
If it's anything like the first 2 hours, then no, I don't want to see it.
No, I need to see it. I need to see it.
Which I'm thinking that's
I'm gonna call
probably what it
the
is.
I'm gonna call the directors right now. And just be like, listen, you better give us a 5.5 hour countdown video. I don't care how much I have to pay. I need to see that.
I mean, there is a Lord of the Rings is like what, 4 hours?
No, I think the extended edition was 3 hours and 20 or something.
Oh, really? I thought it was 4. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
bro, that's a painful movie to watch uncut. That's hard. That's a hard watch for me.
Yeah. No. I agree. It was a little.
I mean, this wasn't a hard watch, but extended Lord of the Rings was pretty hard. I guess because you're just like, it's okay.
No, I hear you. But look, I'm gonna go watch it again over the weekend.
Yeah.
You know, let's see how it goes. But I did love it. I thought it was a great movie. Great end to the last. Great, just great. I loved it. Everyone managed to shine except Hulk, man.
Yeah, except Hulk.
Oh, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it. Man. I'm gonna go see it again when it comes on 4K. Actually, I'm gonna have to see it again. I'm gonna have to do the iTunes streaming review first because it's gonna come out like a month before the 4K.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's how it
It's
works.
gonna be awesome. Yeah, bro. All right, bro.
All right, let's wrap this up. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the live stream. Thanks for watching our spoiler review. Spoiler review walkthrough, basically.
Yeah.
But thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Take care. All right.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I don't know when he's coming back, but
May 1st.
May 1st. Okay.